Okay, to continue from where I left off, which I believe was asking why the fuck do people keep chucking rocket launchers down at me. Okay, I'm sorry, totally blanked. Leon and Claire will meet up in the train. Leon left Sherry in there before he had all the boss fights. He didn't have her on his back or anything. Which would have been kind of funny. Oh shit, human shield! Oh, well, it's not like she's gonna do anything worthwhile for the series. She hasn't yet. I've played 6, so I think I know what I'm talking about. Right. The train starts. I can't remember exactly what happens, but they hear something in the back. The train. So Leon goes to investigate, and it's Birkin who. Okay, every time he took like a lot of damage, he had the shit beat out of him repeatedly. He would mutate, and he would like change. Like during this boss fight with Claire, he has more like an animal way of things. He's like on all fours and such. Now, as he's like going through the train, he looks like a Sarlacc pit, from Return of the Jedi. That or a giant asshole with teeth. That's what he looks like. I'm not making shit up. You're gonna look up online all of like a G. Birkin's mutated forms. That's what you'll see. A giant asshole with teeth. The train has like a biohazard thing, like it, Birkin's a biohazard. So like everything is shut down. All the trains are, like locked and you can't go through the doors. And Leon somehow manages to get away. Like he's on the roof of the train. He's at the very top. Although I don't know how. It doesn't show you. He's just kind of there. Anyways, they eventually get the train to derail because, it's going to self-destruct because everything has to fucking blow up with Umbrella. The fuck is up with them? I understand you don't want people to find your research, but is blowing the place up really fucking necessary? I think that would turn more heads. Like, all these Umbrella facilities are blowing up. I wonder why. Granted, Raccoon City's a zombie-infested hellhole, so it doesn't matter. But still, does everything need to... with Umbrella, is everything just resolved with blowing shit up? Is that their company's policy? Just blow it up? Anyway. So the train gets detached from the car that Birkin is in. So he gets sent back and that part of the train blows up. No, wait. The train stops, I'm sorry. The train stops. Leon, Claire, and Sherry just run like fuck as the thing just blows up. And you get like a close-up of Birkin's eye, which looks like a lizard eye. But that can't be right because the giant, like if it's like when you're infected with the G virus, you get a giant fucking eyeball on your arm. Like the right arm, I think, if I remember correctly. Right or left? So there's just like, a giant eye. But it does not look reptilian. It doesn't look like it belongs to a reptile. And I guess it is like Birkin's other head that kind of just grows because of the G virus. Like Birkin's real, like the last time you see Birkin's real head, it's like on his chest over his heart. That's where his head goes, and there's just like another head on his shoulders. So it could be that, but I really don't know. Of course, train blows up, killing him and sealing the entrance, I suppose. Oh, right. Claire gave Sherry the antidote. Claire was being kind of a bitch to Leon, though, because he's like, what's going on? She's like, not now. You can't give him an answer? Just say her father impregnated her with an embryo? Actually, maybe it's better Claire didn't say anything. That would have been a real fucking weird thing to be told. Her father did what? No, not like that, Leon. Anyways, so they get away, and they say, it's finally over, but then Leon says, it's not over yet. Up to us to take down Umbrella. Then, badass music starts playing. Perfect ending. Okay, now just for like a little review of it, I suppose. Resident Evil 2 does have kind of like a lot of replay value, mainly because, well, when I say replay value, I mean like just playing through the game again, because you want to see what's different with the other scenarios, even if it's not a variant. Back then, I guess people like to come up with their own conclusions as to what was canon. Like back then, they might have thought, like before Resident Evil 4 came out, people probably thought it could have been like Leon A and Claire B instead of vice versa. The game did really well, and a lot of people really want Capcom to remake it, and I'm kind of on the same boat, but I would like something that's different. One, don't have Crimson Heads. To be honest, that's what really killed my enjoyment with Resident Evil Archives, is the fact that I had to like waste 2 or 1 inventory space holding a fucking canteen and a lighter. Because when I do things, I always have a gun and some ammunition, so that's 2 spaces. And then if I need to carry, if I'm playing as Jill, I need to carry the canteen and the lighter around. So that's 4 spaces used up, and sure, she has a couple more, but if you're playing as Chris, you only have 3 then. And it's very easy to fill up, because you'll find, like multiple times, I'll find like a bunch of herbs in one spot. The hell am I talking about it now? Oh, right, yeah. Remake. Honestly, if they do, I don't think they really need to. I think one of the reasons why they haven't remade it yet is because I think Capcom really wants to put something new in it. You know, like new areas, new puzzles, maybe new characters. When in reality, I don't think they need to do that. I'm pretty sure everyone will be happy if you just, like, update the graphics. Everyone, like, almost everyone will be happy if you do that. Like, update the graphics, work on the sound, get the new voice actors in to record the voices for the characters. Actually, something I would love to see with not only a Resident Evil 2 remake, but like another remake of the first game and the third game, is if it was a third person over the shoulder. You know, like how it is recent, like, you know, with the games, how they are nowadays. I know a lot of you are just like screaming, Judas! Into the monitor right now, but I honestly think that would be a great idea. That sounds like it'd be a lot of fun. Actually, what Capcom could do is have like 2 game modes. Like at the very beginning of the game, you know, like choose your difficulty, but then, the fuck? Oh. You would choose your difficulty, and then it would ask you, do you want classic or new? And if you chose classic, it would be the stupid camera angles and the clunky gameplay. And if you choose new, it's like how it is now. Like with all the scenarios. That would be appeasing both fans. And I'd also have to ask to do something about like how you unlock the mini games. Like I might not ever be able to unlock the 4th Survivor because of the fact I need to get an A rank on an A and B scenario. Which I'm sure I could do, but it would take like so much time and effort and patience that I just think, you know, if I want to know the story, I'll just play the Umbrella Chronicles version. It's like 10 minutes long, and I still feel fulfilled afterwards. Yeah, like make it easier to get the mini games. Like, don't make me have to go through a bunch of bullshit ranking systems in order to do that. I mean, look, if I play through your game and there is a reward, but it requires like so much extra work that it's like, why bother? Like in the remake of the Resident Evil game, you can get a handgun with infinite ammunition. Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. The handgun's only good against zombies and Cerberuses. As soon as something else pops in, you're kind of fucked. And the fact that like there aren't many Cerberuses, and you have to constantly burn zombie bodies, so that just makes it pointless. So why bother giving a handgun? Yeah, having any infinite gun in that game seems pretty worthless, because if I still have to burn the zombie body afterwards, what's the point? Actually, while I'm on the subject of minigames, Resident Evil 2 was the first one of the games, at least I believe 2. There were a couple ports of Resident Evil, so one of those could have had a minigame. But anyways, was the first of the series to involve minigames, one of them being Extreme Battle Mode, in which you could choose up to 4 characters. One is Leon, the other is Claire, another is Ada, and the other is Chris. Even though he's not in the game at all, but then again, who else could they have used? The gunshot guy? I don't know. Some characters are better than others. I find Claire to probably be the best because she has the grenade launcher, so that's like instant kill on pretty much everything. Like zombies, Cerberuses, all that. She's probably the best. Chris also has kind of a good layout, but it's actually like all the weapons from the first Resident Evil. Like you'll have the Beretta, the Remington, I think, and the rocket launcher from that game. I'm not going to go into much detail on that because that's not really important. The other is, like I said, Fourth Survivor, and when it says Fourth Survivor, it means Hunk is the fourth survivor of Resident Evil 2, not just Raccoon City itself, because there's more than 4 survivors, there's like 6, because, you know, Carlos and Jill. I can't count Barry, because he really wasn't involved in it. Fourth Survivor follows Hunk. I don't know why he's called that. It's a code name, yes. But I don't understand why he's called Hunk. It'd make more sense if his nickname was like Death or Mr. Death or something along those lines, because that's what people refer to him as. And Hunk just sounds ridiculous. It's all in capital letters, so I feel like it's supposed to be like an acronym, I think. Is that the right word? Whatever. And it's about how he acquired a sample of the G virus and managed to get out alive despite the rest of his team being wiped out by Birkin. It's probably the only canon minigame in any of the games, mainly because there aren't... Because like all the minigames now are like mercenaries. I guess that's it for Resident Evil 2. Like I said, if they remake it, I'd like it to be like in third person over the shoulder. I would really prefer that in the lack of Crimson Heads. Okay, when I say take out Crimson Heads, I do mean take out the way how they come to be. Like, if I kill a zombie, just let it stay dead. Don't make me burn the body. Like, if you want to have Crimson Heads in the game, fine. Have them be like the ones that's in the giant coffin in the graveyard, or the one that you see outside that hallway with that trap in which you have to use the imitation key on. Those are fine, because there's like nothing I can do about those two. Like, if you want to have Crimson Heads, fine, but don't make it fucking mandatory of me to burn the zombie corpses, because... I mean, if you're trying to kill the enjoyment in the game, okay, you're doing a great job, but that's kind of not what you want to do. Oh no, I need to check the times. I keep forgetting to set the watch. 3 minutes. Okay, I can wrap this up. Okay, to wrap up, before I forget, the Claire A and Leon B scenarios do kind of interlock. When you're playing as Claire, you'll come across a key card that'll let you go into an armory. You go in there, you can take all the ammunition, but you'll find a locker that will have like a submachine gun and a side pack. A side pack lets you carry 2 more items. Now, you could have Claire take both of these. No, okay, let me give you an example. Say you're playing as Claire and you decide to get her the side pack. You decide to play, and when you play Leon B and you get to that same area, you find the card key, go in, the side pack won't be there, but the submachine gun will be. And if you don't take anything as Claire, both the side pack and submachine gun will be there. And if Claire takes both items, submachine gun and the side pack will not be there. Oh, you probably want to give Leon the submachine gun and the side packs because, well, actually, whoever character is the B scenario, because they've got a boss fight, and let me tell you, the Tyrant is kind of a bitch, because the guy will just like run at you, and it's like impossible. I'm sorry, spit, and it's like impossible to dodge. I've tried. It's really damn difficult. He just charges at you. It's absurd. Yeah, that's all I gotta say now. To wrap it up, Resident Evil 2 was a fantastic game for its time, and if you have any interest in survival horror games, I guess I'd recommend it. If you're willing to go with a PlayStation 1 game. Actually, there's a GameCube version of it that's exactly the same, but whatever. And that's it for Resident Evil 2. I'll be doing Resident Evil 3 next, obviously.